Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video here on FPL Now. Today we're going to be going over my team selection for Game Week 26 and any transfers that I'm thinking of making as well. So if you're excited for the video, drop a like down below, leave a comment, what players are you thinking of bringing in, subscribe if you're brand new, and let's get into the video. So, starting things off, nothing has happened since the last video I made, so I'm not going to go over my current points. I'm still on 45, a very, very small green arrow, but of course, a lot of players left to play tomorrow. That is definitely the rank changer, but either way, this is how my team currently is shaping up. So, in goal, we do have Kepa at home to Leeds. I mean, that's a very nice fixture in the grand scheme of things, but with how bad Chelsea are at the moment, I'm not really expecting anything from that game. Those whole, like, 3 10-pointers in a row that Kepa got after the international break just feels like a vivid dream right now. But if you could get something, I would very, very much appreciate it from that game. I think when I wildcard, which I could even potentially wildcard this week as well, I'll make a potential wildcard draft on Thursday after the Wednesday games and all that stuff, and to see if like it's viable, and hopefully we'll know more information about who's blanking and stuff in 28 around then. But yeah, I could even potentially be wildcarding this week. But either way, I think Kepa will be gone whenever I do end up wildcarding. But he's at Leeds at home in the Game Week 26 fixture. The back line, we've got Tarkowski, who's got Forest away, which I think is a tough fixture, but I just don't really appreciate any of the players on my bench at the moment. But yeah, as a Forest fan, I think we'll beat Everton at home, honestly. I know we just got trounced 4-0 by West Ham. Don't even know what happened in that game. Our away form is just abysmal, but our home form is kind of what's saving our season right now. And this is a big 6-pointer as well. So we really need to pick up the 3 points here. So yeah, Tarkowski away at Forest. I'm not really expecting much, but again, it could be 0-0, who knows. I've also got Shaw, who's got Liverpool away, which I'm not really expecting much from, but it is a massive derby, so you never know. I've also got Ben White, who's got Bournemouth at home, and I'm also playing Trippier away at City. So from this back line, I'm really not expecting much, which is kind of another reason I want to wildcard, just so I can bring in the doublers and stuff, and I can sort myself out. And then obviously I'll have to free hit in Game Week 28, and then I can bench boost in 29. I really like the idea of doing that. The only problem is obviously the blanks in like 32 and stuff, and obviously the doubles later on in the season. I'm just going to have to kind of alternate between players for that, but yeah, it could be a little bit difficult. But I think if, you know, when we know more about the blanks and stuff, I think a ton of people will be thinking of wildcarding. We'll have an idea of like what chips they're playing and stuff. But either way, that's the back line. Nothing crazy going off there. Not really expecting much apart from hopefully a Bournemouth at home clean sheet for White, if he even plays anyway. But you never know. Luke Shaw could get a clean sheet against Liverpool. You just don't know these things. Anyway, that is the back line. In midfield, we've got Salah, who's got United at home, Rashford, who's got Liverpool away, Ødegaard, who's got Bournemouth at home, and then Saka, who's got Bournemouth at home, who is currently my captain right now, but again, that could change closer to the deadline. Again, I'm not really a massive fan of this midfield, barring the Arsenal players. I mean, Liverpool away and United at home for these two players. It's just not really good. Like, my team's a bit in the bin this week. Like, there's not really much going on. There's not really a lot of points I can see happening. Of course, you never know. Anything can happen. But at the same time, I've not got the fixtures really in my favour. So yeah, that's the midfield. And then up top, I've got Kane, who's got Wolves away, and I've got Haaland, who's got Newcastle at home. And then yeah, the bench is just Ward with Southampton away, who I'm also potentially playing this week. I'm not 100% sure. I've got Gnonto, who's got Chelsea away, Ake, who's got Newcastle at home, but again, I don't know if he's even going to play that game. And then Andreas Pereira, who's got Brentford away, which again, it's not the greatest fixture, but I can't really play him over anyone else. Potentially somebody like Trippier or something, but I'm not really sure. I would play Ake, but I'm just not convinced that he's going to start that game. So, yeah, this is how my team is currently shaping up. I'm not really a fan of it at all. Like, this is why, another reason that I'm kind of pushing for the wild card in Game Week 26. And again, I just think you'd have better upside like playing it now than in 27, because we'll know more about like the blanks and stuff anyway. And then as well as that, you can sort your team out for Game Week 26, and then you'll have your doubles for 27. And I think, I mean, Bournemouth, I think Brentford and Brighton actually have good fixtures this week as well. Obviously, Brentford have Fulham at home. I keep saying Bournemouth. Brighton, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure they have a nice fixture. But yeah, let's move on to the transfers for Game Week 26. Obviously, I've only got one free transfer. I've got 0.2 mil in the bank. Who do Brighton actually have this week? Let me just see. Who's let's just say Matoma. He has, yeah, West Ham at home, so quite a nice fixture. So yeah, both Brentford and Brighton players have good fixtures this week, which is another reason that I kind of want to wildcard. if I actually just get up the fixture difficulty for all of these players on my transfer list. So yeah, this is the kind of situation we're in. So we've got 0.2 in the bank, and obviously 1 free transfer. So one thing that I could do is get rid of Ake and bring in either a Brighton or a Brentford defender. I could bring in, let's say, me for Brentford, who obviously I would have for the double in 27. But again, I'm very much close to playing that wild card. So if I, it might not even matter what player I bring in anyway. So I could bring in me for Ake, which obviously I could do. It's just an easy swap. He's obviously got Fulham. If I don't end up wildcarding, I've got him for the double as well, which is really nice. I have to plan for game week 28 as well, because that's a massive blank. So I'm not sure whether just dead end my team and then just free hit in 28. I know I kind of want to use my free hit for a double, but I do like the idea of having like a ton of double game week players and then bench boosting in 29. I think it'd really help my rank, and then I just have to sort myself out for the next blank that's coming up. So Ben Mee's one option. I could also bring in another Brighton defender. I know that he's currently injured right now, or like potentially a doubt, but Estepinian is another player that I could bring in for Brighton, who of course has a really nice fixture this week, also doubles next week. There's not really anyone else I want to take out. Like, I'm not going to be taking out Rashford this week because obviously he's got Southampton next week. I'm not really going to be taking out Salah this week because he's got Bournemouth at home in 27. So there's not really anyone else that I can really take out. I don't have the funds to increase Andreas Pereira to like a Matoma or a March or something like that, because I only have 0.2 in the bank with my original team. And again, like, there's like the upfront, like I've got no one that I could bring in for. I mean, there's Ferguson, but I don't even know if Ferguson is if he's even fit right now. Apparently he is. He's not like flagged or anything. I'm not sure the latest. I'll probably have to wait for press conferences and stuff. He did play 72 minutes against Fulham, so that is something. So he could be a player that I potentially bring in. His minutes are better, like they're decent, but again, it's a player that I need to be bringing in that's going to be playing in the double in both games. And also, if I do not decide to if I don't decide to wildcard and free hit and stuff, and Gnonto will probably play in 28 because it's most likely that Fulham win that game. So if that's the case, then yeah, Gnonto plays in 28. So I don't really want to be getting rid of a game week 28 player who, again, he will probably start. I mean, he only played 60 in the last game, which is really, really annoying. I brought him in for that Southampton game and he got a yellow card on the bench. It's just so annoying. It really, really irritated me. So yeah, I don't really fancy owning him much longer. So yeah, wildcard 26 is definitely on the cards. And again, like, I'm not sure what I'm doing right now. Like, it's hard to say my transfers and stuff because, again, everything could change. Like, after Wednesday's fixtures, everything could change. I think I'm more inclined just to get rid of Ake, though. I know he's got, like, Crystal Palace and West Ham or whatever, but they will probably blank in 28. There's so much rotation in that back line. They can't keep a clean sheet anyway. I mean, it's very lucky that Ake got the 6 points and then came off. So yeah, I'm not really expecting much from him at all. I'm not going to get rid of Tarkowski because he plays in 28. I'm not going to get rid of Trippier. He plays in 28. Like, as of right now, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that's it. 6 players that are playing in game week 28 right now. Potentially, and it'll either be Gnonto or it'll either be Salah and Andreas Pereira. So I'll have 8 players if Fulham lose, or I'll have 7 players if Fulham win. So either way, I'm not going to be able to field 11 for game week 28 whilst also bringing in players for the double in 27. So I kind of want to concentrate on bringing double game week players in for 27, and then obviously have to deal with the blank. So if I have 8 for like game week 28, that's not the worst case in the world, because if let's say I bring in I don't know, Ben Mee this week, and then the week after I bring in another defender. Like, I could get rid of, I don't even know, to be fair. I can't really get rid of Shaw against Southampton, but I potentially might have to bring in somebody else. I mean, I could bring in double Newcastle defense that week as well. It's just, there's no money in the bank, so I can't really stretch anywhere else. Like, I can't really get rid of Salah, who's got Bournemouth away. I can't get rid of Kane, who's got Forest at home. I can't get rid of Haaland. There's no one else I can really get rid of in game week 27. So yeah, for game week 26, I bring in me. Like, what are my other options? I'll just have to take out Shaw for like a Brighton defender. Let's just say it's fit, and I'll bring him in. That gives me 0.7 in the bank. And then, you know, I don't have enough money to upgrade to like March or anybody like that. I'm just out. So, I mean, I have just the funds to go to March, but at the same time, he's also flagged. But again, if he's playing, you know, it's another player I could bring in. That's not too bad, to be fair. and that would obviously be taking a -4 in game week 27. Then in game week 28, you know, I'm all over the place as well. You know, I'd have to bring in another player. So I don't know. It's a tough one at the moment. I'm more opting for wildcard just because I think for my team, I think it makes sense because I didn't bring in that many Liverpool players. I feel like if Liverpool do play in 28, obviously you're not going to be wildcarding and free hitting or whatever because you're going to already have those players. I didn't jump on all those Liverpool players, so I'm in a bit of a worse position. It all depends on the fixtures, really. So we're going to see what happens. But as of right now, I'm kind of just opting for Ben me in for Ake this week or a Brighton defender. Either way, it depends who I think will keep a clean sheet more. Probably, I don't know, maybe Brighton at home. I don't know, Brentford are really good at the back. Who knows? Either way, though, that's going to be everything for today's video. If you enjoyed, please do drop a like down below. Leave a comment. Who are you thinking of bringing in for Game Week 26? Are you thinking of wildcarding? Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bells. Everything from me. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And until next time, peace.